Hey everybody, Tim here. Let's talk about that upper octave on your harmonica. Um, Three basic parts to a harp. A lower octave, kind of weird stuff going on there, but it's, what everybody plays. There's the middle octave, which is fairly predictable. It's basically a straight scale. And then there is the upper octave, which has a bunch of scary stuff, and not many people go up there. Um, it's a rarely used part of the harmonica, and I don't exactly understand why. It's in fact so rarely used that there are actual harmonica companies out there, manufacturers that are making, these little baby harps that don't even have the upper octave on them. This one is the Baby Fat. It's got 7 holes instead of 10. Seidel makes one that's got 6 holes, and and to me, it's kind of like if you were to manufacture a guitar, but leave 2 strings off. I mean, how silly would actually that would be a bass, wouldn't it? All right. Anyway, suffice it to say that I think that there is utility in those upper notes. Um, if you limit yourself to the lower six, yeah, there's tons of things that you can do down there, but after a while, it might be nice, especially if you're at a gig or something like that, to spice things up. And you probably have heard it yourself. When you're out there and a harmonica player goes up into those octaves, it catches your attention, right? It's like, hey, that's kind of cool. Now, there are other practitioners out there, like John Popper, for example, who pretty much only exists in that upper octave. And yeah, it's immediate and it grabs your attention. And not for nothing, he is one of the most commercially successful harmonica players ever. And commercially and successful are 2 words that don't usually crop up when you're describing harmonica players. Now, in his case, of course, after a while, and in some of these other folks that spend all of their time up there, after a while, it sounds a little bit like the music that you get in the music box just before, the clown pops out, right? And so, yeah, to the extent that it's always used, it can get tedious in and of itself, but it certainly is useful to know your way around those parts of the harmonica in order to spice up your everyday playing. All right. So this video is going to be about a really simple riff that is an introduction to that. And like all things harmonica, really to learn this riff, the only thing you need to do is turn to Big Walter Horton. And let me just let you know what it sounds like. Again, really simple. It's 4 notes. They're all draw notes, one after the other in the upper octave. This is what it's meant to sound like. Anyway, so it's the 9 hole, the 8 hole, the 7 hole, and the 6 hole, all draw, and it's slowly it's something like this. You're just glissing from the 9 down to the 6. And then he goes on to embellish it with the lower stuff. And you can get away with an approximation of that without even any bends, right? So six blow. That's all there is to it. All right. Now, I'm going to get a backing track going and I'll throw this in randomly. And again, this is a great way to start. Just throw it in every now and again. It fits over pretty much any part of a 12-bar blues, provided you're playing in the right key. And then, once you get comfortable with that, you can throw in a couple of other connecting notes along the way. So instead of just drawing on all 4 notes, every once in a while throw in a blow note up in that same area, like the 9 blow. That's the starting out with the 9 low. And so forth and so on. But just start with those 4. Don't be scared. Suck on those 4. All right. Let's go back to that backing track. Show you what I mean. And that, boys and girls, is the intro. Intro to the upper octave. 9, 8, 7, 6, all on the draw. Couldn't be simpler. Sounds great. Use it sparingly, but toss it in there now and again. Blow everybody's mind. Harp on.